This shows one of the pagers blowing up.
Of Ukrainian involvement.
He's 100% getting money.
I'll say it. I think Destiny's community 100% ruined it.
I'd like to hear your opinion regarding the sabotage carried out by the Israelis on Hezbollah's radios, a blow that sent about 1,000 wounded in Lebanon to hospital today. Isn't it over, like 9,000? Or, I'm sorry. I just saw 950. Isn't it over 3,000 now? They've done this in the past. They killed one of the big bomb makers from Hamas using, it was a cell phone. I think he was on a call with his dad when they blew it up. People are saying that these were hacks, but I would have to see the explosions. Never mind. Because I was going to say with the cell phone bombs that they blew up before, those weren't hacks. They basically managed to pass off cell phones with bombs to these people. I don't know if they did that with these pagers or not, but I'm watching people blow up right now. 1 second. Oh, jeez. Oh, I feel like this has to be a JDAM. No, I'm just kidding. These were probably bombs, right? That's my guess. Jesus Christ. That dude's just open. Show us? I don't think I can show you the insides of another person like that. Can you post the link? I guess, here. I don't know if I can post it in YouTube chat though, so. Most batteries would just fizzle and burn, and pager batteries are small. Oh yeah, true. These pager batteries must be, they must still be lithium-ion batteries, right? Even because they're modern pagers, I would imagine, right? But I guess they could be like AA's or something. I don't know. Do modern pagers use lithium-ion batteries? Aftermath of pager on a table. They might use alkaline batteries? Oh yeah, then it was definitely bombs, right? I mean, it was probably bombs anyway, but... According to Sky News Arabia, Mossad was able to inject a compound of pentaerythritol tetranitrate, PETN, into the batteries of the new encrypted pagers that Hezbollah began using around February before they even arrived in the hands of Hezbollah members, allowing them to remotely overheat and detonate the lithium battery within the device. Do lithium batteries just detonate? I know that when lithium batteries explode, lithium batteries store a decent amount of energy that can come out in a really bad way. Here, actually, you guys should watch this. I'm sorry, because I still see people do this. You know, in airplanes, they say, if you drop your phone, call a flight attendant or whatever. You don't really like need to call a flight attendant if you're trying to get your phone. But the reason why they say that is because sometimes when people drop a phone, when they reach down to grab it and they can't find it, they start adjusting their seat or whatever to try to see if they can find the phone. But the problem is you can break the phone while you're adjusting your seat looking for it. And these batteries can cause like if you were to blow up a lithium-ion battery in an airplane cabin, you would f the flight up for like half the people. Nobody said that shit, like 50-year-old ass man. What are you talking about? What? I fly a ton. They always tell you, if you drop your phone in between the seats, call a flight attendant. That's fine. If you've never flown an airplane before, it's okay. I will f your mom in the ass. I can't even say that. I can't make fun of you guys for being poor and rich at the same time. Actually, I can do that. What was the one lyric? Oh, they said I can't rap about being broke no more. They didn't say I can't rap about coke no more. I don't think that fits into anything that we just spoke about here, but yourself. The argument for abortion is about conscious experience rather than inherent right to exist. Then is eugenics of severe cognitive defects moral? Can't a horrid and warped existence be considered worse than a temporary low conscious experience? I mean, it's possible. Sure, there's some, yeah, obviously. Like, let's say that you know for a fact somebody's going to be born and they're going to suffer every single fucking day of their life. I mean, yeah, you can probably. What's that? There's that horrible, my God, what's it called? Something like ichthytosis. I can never pronounce this. Harlequin ichthyosis? Ichthyosis? I don't even know if I can show pictures of these affected kids. Well, no, I guess here's some people growing up and living. I had to turn oh, Jesus. Okay. But anyway, hold on. You need to be aware of this, okay? Because a lot of people aren't aware of this. If you're gonna try to like change something in a phone, or if you've got something in an airplane, like just be aware of like phone lithium ion batteries, okay? Have a lot of got a lot of energy in them. What airline do you fly? I've never heard of the call the flight attendant to retrieve drop phone on flight. I don't know. American, Delta, Southwest, Spirit. I hear this all the time. I hear tons. I hear it randomly a lot, I guess. I don't know. There are worse ones too. Anyway, just be careful. If you puncture it, it'll just like slowly like fizzle, but like spray out disgusting, probably carcinogenic material. Would that not be easy to do, or would that not be easy to do intentionally? Are you asking, could you intentionally puncture a battery? I mean, if you were intentionally trying, you could, but I mean, this guy's literally stabbing it directly with an exposed battery and trying to puncture it. The only way this would happen accidentally is with a lot of torque. Like if you drop a phone somewhere and you're moving a seat and it's getting like flexed, then you could probably break a battery. But in normal operation, it shouldn't happen. But if you have if you've got like a phone or a battery, like an external battery or something, and it's starting to bulge a ton, I think that's a warning sign as well. A plain terrorist attack, he means, I think. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. You're not supposed to bring knives with you, right? This is why when you check in luggage, though, I believe in checked in luggage, they don't allow you to have a ton of these batteries, or batteries of a certain size, or maybe any lithium-ion batteries at all, or no external ones, because if they start to break in cargo, it could just fuck everything up down there.
الشيخ معه بيجر جديدة الشيخ معه بيجر جديدة ولا قديمة ألو صار انفجار وين الشيخ لك الشيخ معه بيجر جديدة.
Were they portable bombs? Probably. They mentioned no, not mentioned, I'm sorry. What was the name of the guy that Israel killed? This guy. Oh, it was in 96. So about 30 years ago, I think Israel somehow got this guy a phone through connections. Like he was using a phone, and I think eventually he was talking to his dad on the phone, and when Israel had an indication that he was using this cell phone to chat with them, they had a bomb in this phone that they detonated, and they blew it up. Do you know lithium batteries were this vulnerable before today? No. I don't believe that the pagers that were used were just lithium battery. Like there wasn't some day zero bullshit that you could just, there was something else put in these phones, probably, right? After the assassination of Yitzhak Rabin, I've heard Jewish people say both ways, the Palestinian Authority began to cooperate more closely with the Shin Bet. The Shin Bet learned that Ayash often spent the night in the Gaza City, home of Osama Hamad, a childhood friend whose uncle, Kamil Hamad, was known to the authorities. In October of 95, Kamil Hamad met with Shin Bet operatives demanding money and Israeli identity cards for himself and his wives. After they threatened to inform on him, he agreed to cooperate. Shin Bet agents gave him a cell phone and told him it was bugged so they could listen in on his conversations. They did not tell him that it also contained 15 grams of RDX explosives. Hamad gave the phone to his nephew Osama, knowing that Ayash regularly used Osama's phones. At 8 a.m. on the 5th of January 96, Ayash's father called him, and Ayash answered. Overheard, an Israeli plane picked up their conversation and relayed it to an Israeli command post. When it was confirmed that it was Ayash on the phone, Shin Bet remotely detonated it, killing him instantly. So they've done this stuff in the past. I don't think they've ever... Oh, former Shin Bet director Carmi Gillen confirmed the story in the documentary. I think generally the state won't ever confirm or deny things like this. But... how would they put something in thousands of pagers that could blow up? Do you think they were secretly involved in supplying the pagers? Yeah, my guess is probably something was like a man-in-the-middle attack, right? Something was probably compromised at some point in the supply chain, would be my guess. How could nobody notice? Because supposedly what they were saying is they put like... I think the theory right now is they just put like a little bit of an explosive powder basically in the phone and then were able to heat the battery up and make it explode with the powder.
When you're doing intel, why don't I think that explosives were used in that attack on Team Yellow's pagers? When you're doing intel stuff, you always want to think of the most likely scenario. For example, I'm in New Mexico right now. If I heard hoofbeats behind me, I would think it was a horse, not a zebra. Number one, explosives leave a residue. And of the over 2,000 or so devices that were supposedly effective, I guarantee you, someone carrying one of these pagers got on a plane. That meant those pagers had to go through an X-ray, and they might have gone through explosive detection. And if you put a pager with an explosive through an X-ray at the airport, it's gonna alarm, and you're gonna get searched, and then you're gonna go, oh.
I mean, he could be correct on this, and he might know more about movements of different people than I would, but I don't know how much people who are in Hezbollah are like flying in planes around the world to go visit people or do things. Also, I don't know, it wouldn't surprise me if Hezbollah had decent operational security and things that they were using, like pagers for military operations, weren't taken with them on planes or anything like that. It would be my guess, but I mean, I could be wrong.
I wonder who sold us these pagers. So I don't think there was a weapon embedded in the pager. Somehow Israel figured out how to make the pager a weapon. And since we've all seen videos where batteries catch fire, I don't think it is beyond the pale for someone to develop a software program that stressed the battery to the point where it caught fire or exploded. So think horses, not zebras, guys. And if you want to see what I'm doing, go to aeromedlab.com.
I mean, those phones were exploding. Those were some serious holes in people's sides. It didn't look like just... I guess, I don't know. I'm saying that, but I guess what's the most brutal explosion you could induce in a... I don't even know what kind of batteries were in these phones. Were they... I think it was some kind of small lithium-ion battery, right? Or they were pagers, but... Lebanon's health ministry updates the death toll on the pager explosions to 11. Another 4,000 are wounded, including 400 in critical condition, according to ministry numbers cited by Arab media. God damn. I wonder how sophisticated the pagers are software-wise. Can you even hack something out of the early 2000s that has ancient software? I mean, whether or not you can hack something doesn't really have to do with how old or how new it is. Because like something being old or something being new can both be indicators indicating both things, right? So for instance, like you could say that old stuff could be harder to hack because these are on platforms that have been tried and tested for decades that nobody has discovered vulnerabilities for, so they're likely safe. Or you could say stuff that is older could be easier to hack because it's fallen out of support and now it's not updated, and if new like vulnerabilities are found, nobody's updating the software or patching anything, so it could be fucked. So that could go either way, It also depends on how sophisticated I'm sure there are some, like if it's like a PCB that just registers phone button presses that goes to a card, there might not be enough functions on that to hack to overload a battery, but who knows, it's, Samsung 7 phones exploding. Yeah, this kind of explosion. One, this battery is probably far larger than what's in those pagers would be my guess. And this type of explosion here, I don't believe is going to cause anywhere near the damage that I was seeing on the bodies in that hospital. Like, those people had huge holes in their stomach. Like, that shit was... That one Hezbollah dude who got them a great deal on thousands of pagers. The circuit that protects lithium batteries from drawing too much current is generally inside the battery itself. It's not something facilitated by the phone slash pager slash whatever. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know how much access one part of the device has to the other, or what could be, like, vulnerable, right? Like, in cars, like, I think basically everything is connected, right?
Meet the tiniest.
Well, I don't know if it is anymore. I know like 10 years ago it was. This shows one of the pagers blowing up. People said it's not that violent, but hold on. Now I don't know if this guy's about to start dying. Well, he's not dead.
Okay? But I have to question. We have to pursue this. They will not do it. They will not do it. There's a very real question. Is there some kind of Ukrainian involvement? Look, this guy...
He's
a grunt.
100% getting money.
He is an ideologue.
He is 100% getting money through other sources. I wonder how much of this fucking piece of shit's operation is funded with Russian money. I'm so curious now. How can the tenant thing not even give you pause? Like, not even make you think for 1 second? Like, am I actually just doing the work of an enemy country right now? Like, the fact that he said that he didn't even know makes it even worse, you know, to some extent. Like, at the very least, if you know, then at least you're doing propaganda willingly. But like, if you're not even aware of it, that you just happen to be doing propaganda that the foreign government thinks it's worth paying $5 million a year for, like, naturally, you wouldn't think for 2 seconds that might give you pause for reconsideration. But can you talk about the ABC whistleblower? Yeah, that looked fake as fuck. If you're talking about the affidavit from the anonymous, don't. He's biting me. He's biting me. He's biting me. He's biting me. But I'm stronger than him. I'm stronger than him. I'm stronger. I can take it. I can take it. I can take it. Give me this back. Now I'm coming back in. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, ow.
Logical wingnut. He's the suspect in this case. Okay, I want to make sure that's clear. Everybody's reporting his picture, his name, and I want to make sure it's clear. These are allegations, and he's a suspect. Maybe it was somebody else, who knows? Should this be the man, then I think it is completely reasonable to investigate Ukrainian direction.
Do you consider the recent event in Lebanon a terrorist attack, at least in nature? The conventional definition of a terror attack is usually when you're trying to attack a civilian population enough to get the opinion to change for some political reason. It's pretty broad, like what a terrorist attack can be. But like, so is Israel's attack against Hezbollah a terrorist attack? Well, I mean, you could say that they're not, they weren't against civilians, they were against Hezbollah. So would that make it a terrorist attack? Then you could say, well, no. But then you could also say, well, hold on. Are all attacks against like soldiers never terrorist attacks then? What if you blow up a barracks? You toss a grenade inside of a barracks and they're not like even at war. It's just like a training camp, right? Would that be a terrorist attack if it's against soldiers? I'm not sure. I don't actually know. And then you can also say, well, are Hezbollah and Israel ever at like peacetime with each other? Who knows? I don't know. All you should know, don't signal the Pisco alarm. Terrorism or terrorist are, these are very like political, like opinion or perspective terms. They don't really have like a rigid definition at all. So it's hard. It's like whether or not something is a terrorist attack or not is kind of like up for interpretation. And it's, at the end of the day, it's not very important either. So.
Ukrainian interest, direction, or involvement. Anybody who says otherwise is lying for political purposes.
Wait, what?
I think it is completely reasonable to investigate Ukrainian direction, Ukrainian interest, direction, or involvement. Anybody who says otherwise is lying for political purposes. This man's motivations are clear. Now, again, maybe completely independent. He may be thinking he's got to go do it. He's going to go do all these things entirely on his own. However, I think it is fair to say there are questions about where he gets the resources for these weapons.
Wait, what all did he have? I thought he just had a single, was it an AK-47?
Where he gets the resources for body armor. How he knew.
How much does a Kevlar vest cost? I'm totally pulling this out of my ass, but my guess would be less than $150, no? How much for Kevlar body armor? Maybe it's like way more expensive. Worse, it was an SKS. I bet you could get some cheap. I bet you could get a cheap vest for $150. Sure, there are more expensive ones. I see that here, but well, entry level vest offering basic protection can start at $300. Okay.
Knew where Donald Trump was going to be. It's been reported that this.
How did he know where he was going to be? Wait, wasn't he on one of his golf courses?
However, I think it is fair to say there are questions about where he gets the resources for these weapons, where he gets the resources for body armor, how he knew where Donald Trump was going to be. It's been reported that this golf game was a last-minute decision. Doesn't matter either way. It doesn't matter because not like, I don't know that Donald Trump publishes his golf schedule well in advance, but more people might know. The question then becomes, if Donald Trump decided to play golf at the last minute and choosing this location in West Palm Beach, someone in the immediate tipped off this guy. Who and why?
Is it inherently bad if a foreign country is funding someone? What if Trump wins, shuts down U.S. media, and CNN gets funding from a country that's not our ally? By your definition, CNN would be bad? It's the question is. Hold on, I'm trying to see how charitable I want to be in the reading of your question right now. It's inherently bad if there's no disclosure. Okay. SKS is our. Is an SKS a bolt action or is it semi-automatic? It's another Daisy rifle. I don't remember if it was a bolt action or not.
It's scary stuff, my friends. It's very scary stuff. Now, Andy No has a lot more information breaking down who this guy is.
Another Russian asset, Andy No. How did this retard have his gun barrel sticking out of the bush? Is he like a... You ever see like a cat hide around the corner? And its like tail is out and I don't know if cats are aware that their tails like occupy time and space. Honey, do you know that? Honey, look at me. Look at me, motherfucker. Honey. Honey, are you serious right now? Hey. Are you... Okay, well, fuck you. Do you have any advice speaking to family members who have gone deep into conspiracy theories, dabbling with extremism? No, my dude. My parents are Trumpers. What do you want me to say, my dude? I can't even convince my own mom and dad. And I do this shit for work. Was it me or does no one seem to care about the second cutting edge attempt? It feels like only MAGA talk about it. No, normies or centrists. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares anymore, my dude. The Dems explicitly called for Trump to be shot, and now 2 people have answered that call. Oh boy, an explicit call.
Having Trump not only have had the codes, but now having the classified information for Americans and being able to put that out and share it in his resort with anyone and everyone who comes through should be terrifying to all Americans, and he needs to be stopped. Having
Behazed. They heard the call. Yes, that's it. Correct.
A huge amount of people have been unbanned, but the second amount of it is that there are an enormous amount of bots on the platform, which kind of is users, which kind of is logged in users. Elon has not been transparent whatsoever about the number of bots on the platform. We have just finished an audit with a security firm. I kind of have to be careful about what I say here. And that audit was trying to determine fraudulent clicks across multiple social media platforms, i.e. like how many of the actual clicks on ads are real and how many are not. We were doing this audit because we want to get better value for our brands and we don't want them to pay for fake stuff. So it was not us that collected this data, it was a third-party security firm. However, we saw that, and this is pretty reliable, that there was over 60% of Twitter having bot clicks, allegedly. So that to us basically guaranteed that, so that's to say that like if 6 out of 10 people...
Why would bots click on ads? Really?
that are posting or commenting or doing anything are at least in some way associated with, or they are a bot account. So that would easily explain this increase in users. And that alone is enough for me to basically never advertise on the platform until that's under control. Elon's done nothing to acknowledge bots. He's shown no data that I know of on the reduction of bots on the platform.
He can't. Yeah, he can never acknowledge that, right?
And look, so yeah, do I agree with what Laura Loomer said about Kamala Harris? No, I don't. I also don't think that this is actually an issue of national import. Is Laura Loomer running for president? No. Kamala Harris is running for president. And whether you're eating curry at your dinner table or fried chicken, things have gotten more expensive thanks to her policies. Let's talk about the person running for president of the United States, not a social media personality who supports Donald Trump. Senator. And look, so yeah, do I agree with what Laura Loomer said about Kamala Harris?
Whether you're eating curry or, you know, watermelon and fried chicken, or, KFC, collard greens, every day is a struggle not to say it. I'm unsure if I understand this. Would an ad agency like his judge the value of the campaign by conversion and not by clicks? Typically, if you command... Hello, baby. If you have a large audience or a large following, you want to sell based on impressions and not on conversions, because fuck conversions. The idea is it's up to the advertisers to actually sell product. If you can put things in front of people and you can get them to click it and then convert that to a sale, then that's up to the advertiser. But you don't want to pay per sale, or that's for the poors. Or that's for the less populars. When you're a big duder, you just charge for impressions. Yeah. Oh yeah, he likes that. You like that, don't you? What are you doing? Don't touch my keyboard. What? Stop. Don't leave that up there. Stop. Stop. That's my stuff. Whenever he's mad, he just starts like tearing shit off the desks. He just starts knocking everything down. He doesn't even enjoy doing it. He literally just does it to fuck with you. Like if you leave the room, he'll stop knocking shit off the whatever, and then he'll just go to your room. Hasan is blaming you for LSF? What did I do?
Getting in the toxicity, but ultimately I do wish that there was a place that that we could, go, and wish that there was a place that we can go to,
Wish that there was a place.
Y'all got baited by Reddit.
Bro, you neglect. There is no place.
Wukong today yet?
There's no place for there's no place for Hasan to go to, because Hasan doesn't give a fuck about his community. Hasan just wants to clout farm. Bro, Hasan, if you're a Hasan fan, okay, not like Hasan views you as like a disgusting fucking loser that's just there to be milked for fucking cash. Okay, that's the only thing he views you as. You're just a stepping stone for him to talk to bigger celebrities. You're just a plebeian that he's supposed to leverage to be able to play Among Us with AOC. That's why he has no fucking community. Even his fucking subreddit mod, his sub is down to like one fucking mod, and even he was complaining about this the other day, and it was like a decently at least subscribed to subreddit, but like Hasan doesn't do fuck all. So like I am a very part-time mod, and I'm the only one left. I'm not making decisions on this bullshit. People don't want to mod for a sub that Hasan trashes. He had a loyal mod on here for 5 fucking years, and he cleaned up the place diligently and tried to make it a place Hasan did not hate, and nothing is ever mentioned other than how horrible Reddit is. So he finally left, and now all you can have, and now you all can have the sub. I'm not taking it on. I have other projects going, other subs that I think make more of a difference than this one. In helping to turn the tides of the opinions of the average human when it comes to Palestine or other fascist bullshit. So now it's an anarchist sub. You all can vote for what you want to see. I will take down blatant content policy violations to keep the sub on good. Yeah, but like you had a sub, like, but he doesn't do anything with any of his communities ever. Like, he just hates all of it. All he does, even with his own Discord, all he does is he uses his Discord to go on and vent and cry and bitch and moan about if he's not feeling like famous enough for a particular day, or somebody says something mean about him on the internet. Like, this is the only community participation he has. But the reason why, though, should be obvious. It's not enough for Hasan to have like his own subreddit. He doesn't want his own subreddit. He wants more fame and more attention. So it doesn't matter if he has his own sub. He doesn't give a fuck about it. He wants LSF. He wants this entire sub. It's not enough to have his own community. He wants to be in other communities and for all those people to love him. And he's everybody to love him and all the communities. So the biggest thing ever. Like, yeah, it's imagine like crying and bitching and moaning about LSF when you neglect the fuck out of your own community. Like, Jesus. Oh yeah, true. Also, didn't Hasan tell multiple times for his fans to stop using LSF, and he tried to get banned from LSF like over and over and over again? Why is he crying about LSF turning against him now? Hasan rediscovering in real time why I was so reluctant to like hardcore enforce the super blacklists. Because once you totally nuke your connection to a person and everybody around them, you lose completely your ability to engage with that entire group of people. You lose hold of them a lot. That's why Brexit was just a stupid idea.
Like LSF and shit. Meanwhile, like LSF is probably too busy yelling about someone. It's just like, it's such a, it was deleted, the Maya one. Oh, really? LSF is.
Oh my God. He got mad at the Maya clip? What did she say? She opened Hasan's stream and he was saying something about like, this guy says the N-word. He got mad at that?
Is done. Like, it just sucks that there's no one place that we can go to see what the fucking top clips are. But honestly, LSF is so obviously like toxic, so obviously 30 plus years old, and so obviously resentful and extremely online Redditors. I'll say it. I think Destiny's community 100% ruined it. Like, they brigaded it so much that it just became cheeks, where you notice like anytime, like you got his clips, you got like 1,000 people watching him, and his clips get like 1,000 upvotes, and it's like,
Lil bro, I'm barely posted on LSF. You realize they literally soft banned my content by banning politics, right? Wait, is there a post that shows who got more posts over the last year? Didn't, like, my shit is, like, soft banned from the fucking subreddit. What are you I was actually literally banned from that subreddit for, like, a year or two.
Fuck.
Also, why does Hasan keep acting like he's so much younger than me? He's 2 years younger than me. I don't understand where there's, like, almost 40.
Anytime. Like, you got his clips, you got like 1,000 people watching him, and his clips get like 1,000 upvotes, and it's like, the fuck? Like, I never really go on it anymore, but every now and then I'll just check in to see like if anything is popping off.
I never go in anymore, but every now and then I check. That stands for I go there every single fucking day.
And it just sucks. Like, it literally is just a rage Reddit. You know, it's sad.
I feel like we do check LSF every day, and it's like, it's usually just like random, boring OTK shit or whatever. He's using your Kick viewership to say that you're a 1K Andy. Well, yeah, I am, true. Why is he complaining about the users being 30 plus? He's 30 plus. Oh, yeah. If you ever grow out his live viewer count, he's 100% going to kill himself. Oh, yeah. But he has exclusive reign on Twitch for politics, so as long as I'm banned from that platform, his ego is safe. Plus, however much he view bots now.
In to see like if anything is popping off, and it just sucks. Like, it literally is just a rage Reddit. You know, it's sad. I think it's also botted to oblivion too. Yeah, like the phase clips would be going crazy on there normally. Like, even with drama, it's just like. Anyway, I'm happy though.
Yeah, you sound like it.
I'm happy though that it like kind of blew up on its own due to all the brigading and the toxicity. But
person, he was very sensitive to disgust. You know, because you think, well, the Nazis were afraid of the Jews.
This entire drama fest started because Destiny viewers tried to pit your viewers and Ethan and his viewers against each other. It worked. They continue to do this every day. And this chat constantly follows the debate. Yeah, exactly. And it is also because there is a real, genuine parasocial desire from people who...
99% of the time somebody throws in the word parasocial desire, it means nothing. It just, like, it literally means absolutely nothing. God, that was such a stupid word. I don't remember what video essay blew this into the fucking atmosphere for awareness for everybody, but the word parasocial is just such a mind rot.
It is also because there is a real, genuine parasocial desire from people who consume a lot of this content, whether it be just Ethan or myself or both, to like constantly cover a issue of real geopolitical significance, an issue of genocide, but from this incredibly narrow framing of like, what does this content creator think about this other content creator? As I always say, drama makes boring subject matter incredibly consumable.
The reason why drama works, he has it so backwards. I think Hasan generally has a decent understanding of, well, actually, I'm not sure if I should say that. I don't know if that's true, for how like online content and everything works. The reason why drama is so captivating is drama is inherently interesting. Drama is inherently fascinating. That's why it's called drama. There's usually some human aspect or human element to it that you immediately relate to. That's why reality TV took over everything, because for low cost, no script writing, for basically nothing, you get incredibly captivating material that people will be roped into watching and obsessed with for almost nothing. Drama is like that's like the human condition.
Okay. And that's precisely the reason why people like randomly will bring up Ethan, which I think is like not only unproductive, but stupid as fuck. Like, I don't give a shit. You know?
Also, you can't really speak negatively about Parasocial or anything when you're a streamer, dog. We're live for like 7, 8, 9 hours a day. Like, what do you think? Of course, people are building you into their schedule more than any other type of content that's ever existed in the history of all of mankind.
Anyway, Ethan's so fucking woke on certain issues that he did things that I wouldn't have done, like deleting the Jordan Peterson videos, unless he like felt embarrassed by it, which is a different thing. But and
he can't be that dense. Tell me, please. He can't possibly blame everyone but himself for leftovers falling apart. Even after Ethan said explicitly that Hasan's community is toxic as fuck, he still blames brigading. I don't know what he thinks truly in his own mind. I'm not personal friends with him or anything, so I can't say. And I don't watch enough of his stuff to know like how much is true versus how much he has to put on for the audience. But I know that public facing, he could never admit that it was his fault. Of course not. That would be like it would be one of the biggest walkbacks ever. It would require so much. He's not a big enough person for that, ever. I think I tweeted this meme out a while ago because it's a based meme. Does he truly not blame his community at all? No. Do you think you could do that? No, I've never admitted to any wrongdoing on this stream ever in my entire life. I would just rebrand.
HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contained images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
KY, stop going up.
Here are some of the items that we recovered during the searches.
I'm not able to see porn, right? Oh, okay.
More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
KY, stop going up.
Here are some of the items that we recovered during the searches. As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity, and it contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well that we recovered 3 AR-15s. Special agents from HS.
Not the freak-off recordings.